Hello, welcome to this video. So we just finished the last video not too long ago, but we thought we might as well at least do the start of this one, right? So we might just upload the videos. But before we do that, we'll start this one. The other one was getting pretty long. It was like an hour 30 minutes. I think most of it was just going through. Like if you just sit there, if you just try to fit out your ships, if you just go to this hardware button, go to these things, try to fit out things on it, right? Simulate ship. You'll find all different types of new modules, and you'll figure out what they do. You'll figure out maybe what needs to go on a bigger ship, right? Maybe you're trying to fit too big of things on a small ship. Just like we found with the armor over here, right? We were fitting the ship, we figured out. So they basically should give you a guideline for where this goes, right? Maybe 100mm plate goes on frigates. Maybe 200mm goes on destroyers. Maybe 400mm goes on cruisers. Maybe that's where our problem was, right? We had a 800mm plate on a cruiser. When 800mm plates are probably meant for a battle cruiser, actually. So we did that. We downgraded our armor by one level, and that allowed our cruiser to fit more things. Then same with this thing, right? In this top slot here, we've always been trying to equip certain things, and usually we just end up trying to throw this core probe scanner on here, right? But just by going through here, looking at all the modules, we actually found out about the automated target system. So we'll talk about what it does, right? At some point in the near future, we're going to maybe go through these ships, fit them out, figure out what to get on them. We have to organize our inventory, and there'll just definitely be a whole lot of fun things to do, just fitting out ships. Something we're going to do while we're doing that is I think we should maybe organize the inventory, right? So you have some things to pick up at these locations that we got from mission running. So maybe we'll go pick them up. We're not 100% sure. Maybe we'll pick them up today or tomorrow or something. Maybe we'll go start picking things up tomorrow. I think we'll get things organized in these main bases tonight. Get things organized in these main bases tonight. Maybe go pick up that stuff. If not, we'll go pick up all that stuff tomorrow. Bring it to this main trade hub, just so there's stuff in only 4 stations here again. So we're going to go to like this main trade hub. We're going to go to the Reds trade hub, maybe, to the Jeddah trade hub. Organize the inventory a little bit. Figure out all of our ships, right? So all of our Galate ships are going to be in the Galate space. All of our Caldari ships are going to be in Caldari space. All of our Minimatar ships are going to be in Minimatar space. And all of our Amara ships are going to be in Amara space. The reason for this is because the pirates that we fight in each different section of space pretty much designed so it's weak against the actual faction that lives in that area of space. So if we're like over in the Minimatar space, right? So like we already talked through that. Here's a good example though, right? If we took this ship, we're a armor tank. Well, let's just take like this Mirrodin here, right? Let's just take this as an example. Since we're in Galate space and we're flying a Galate ship, this ship would be the best ship that we could fly in this section of space. If we took this ship over to a Minimatar space, this ship would absolutely get destroyed. The reason for that is because we're an armor tank, and this ship has a 10% explosive resistance rate. We can simulate it, which would increase these, right? So the Galate space, right? Galate space, the enemies pretty much deal like an equal thermal and kinetic damage, right? That's why we stacked thermal and kinetic. We got equal 63% resistance. So that's in the Galate space. Over in the Minimatar space, the enemies deal explosive damage over there. So considering we only have a 10% explosive damage, this ship would get destroyed so quickly over at Minimatar space. Which the opposite would be over in the Abar space. If we were to go to Abar, we would do alright there, because they do EM damage over there. It's pretty much like Abar's on this side, Minimatar's on this side, and then Galate and Kaldari are in the middle here. They're kind of similar, but their ships do work a little bit better in their place. And then same for like the Galate, right? If we were Galate, it would like no, if we were Kaldari, it'd be the opposite. It would actually be the opposite. So let's just go to the Kaldari Drake, right? This would be the Caldari ship. So if you were to go to Bitabatar as a Caldari, right, you would do actually pretty good because you got 52% resistance because you're a shield resistance ships. So it would do alright. I think that the Bitabatar ships were to work better in their space. But just like the opposite of Galante was, if the Caldari was to go to the Abar section of space, this Caldari ship would get destroyed, right? This Caldari ship would get destroyed because it has such slow EM resistances. It would do alright to the Bitabatar. Let's just check out the Minotaur ships, right? Let's just do this for this beginning of it anyways. Let's just go check to see. So here's the Minotaur, right? If we're to fly a battle cruiser for the Minotaur, so be like shield and armor tank. Oh, because we need these resistance. So I guess we'd be taking a shield, right? This ship would be a shield tank. Show information. Armor or shields, right? Armor or shields. So it actually has 60% EM resistance. That's weird, right? So that's why they're strange. These two races are the more complicated ones, right? So that's kind of almost like Caldari. Caldari just has like a little 5% more. No, it's almost just how it is. Alright. So I wonder how you would even build the ship for the Minotaur area, right? Is that ship even meant for it? Or do people use the, no, it's not those ones. The Tornado? No, that's the large projectile turret ship. Heavy missile, heavy assault missile. So this has to be it, right? Shield booster route, because we're not using a missile ship. Yeah. How would you build this Minotaur ship to work in a Minotaur space if it has extra EM resistance? What do the Amara ships look like? Right? That's a little bit confusing, right? Galante and Caldari are pretty straightforward, but then these two, a little bit different. So you want heavy EM resistance, right? You're an armor tank. You're an armor tank, so you'd have a heavy EM resistance. I'm pretty sure you are an armor tank, right? It'd show up here. Armor tanking. Heavy EM resistance. And you're dealing EM damage, right? I think it's the damage types you deal, right? I think the Minotaur does explosive damage mostly, right? Is that right? So this would have to be a shield tank shipped. That would have to be a shield tank shipped. They'd have to be shield tank ships. I'm pretty sure it is explosive Minotaur, right? We're not 100% sure. We could be wrong, right? It looks like these would have to be, wait a minute. Is it bugging out? EM resistance. Huh. We're a bit confused, right? So let's just exit this thing. We realize that that confused us a little bit. But the Minotaur ships are supposed to be better in the Minotaur space. They're supposed to have the high explosive resistance, right? So why do they not have high explosive resistance? Minotaur. These are armor. These are anything, right? These are shields. These are armor. These are armor or shields, right? Shields or armor. If you hover over it, it shows it, right? Armor or shields. Armor or shields. Armor or shields. Maybe it's kind of like a Galante and Caldari. How those two ships kind of work together in the same space. Maybe it's like a Minotaur and a Bar. How they kind of work in each other's same space too, right? Because if we look at it this way, right? The Rupture or something. Let's look at a battle cruiser. Let's look at the Hurricane, right? Maybe it's like that. So the ship could do okay in either area of space, right? But maybe it just doesn't do good in Caldari and Galante space. Because it does have the high EM resistance. Maybe we could do EM damage. Maybe Minotaur could change their damage type. So maybe Minotaur could also do like EM damage plus EM resistance if they wanted to. Or if they had to, they could do explosive and explosive damage. So I guess in the Minotaur space, you'd be a shield tank ship. In Minotaur space, you'd be a shield tank ship. In Amara space, you'd be a armor tank ship. So depending which area of space you are in would determine if you're a shield or armor tank. So that's interesting, right? We never looked into that. Beta Batar is always so complicated because it's a shield and armor tank, right? Shield and armor. It makes it so complicated. But I guess if we're looking at this, it makes it a little more simpler, right? If we're in the bar place, go armor tank. If we're in a Beta Batar place, go shield tank. Alright. So what about a bar then, right? You go with, is it the prophecy, the oracle? It's not the oracle. Simulate ship. So this is an armor tank. So maybe this one's like only good in a bar space. So I don't know how it would be good in a Minotaur space if you can't shield tank on this ship, if they're not making a shield, right? Armor. Huh. So is a Minotaur a little more open to go to different areas of space than these people? Because I'm pretty sure you would never make a shield to take up our ship. Whatever, I think that's what we're looking for, right? So how come a Minotaur even gets a 60% EM resistance? I'm sure if we have them side by side and if we were to compare them, we would easier be able to see what they do, right? So I think it's just this resistance is going up just because of our skills, right? So 4% bonus to all armor resistances. Alright. So we have to figure out like what their base resistances are, look at all the different ships, figure everything out about that. So I think we started that. Maybe we started the video, maybe we pause the video, then come back after we figure out what we're doing. After we upload some videos, right? We just wanted to record this to talk about that, to try to figure out where the ships work and how we would maybe try to fit them, and if there's any reason to fit them differently depending where they are in space, right? Imagine that Caldari can do explosive damage, and they have highly explosive resistance, right? So let's just check that one more time, right? Because you already have 52 explosive resistance. You specialize to do explosive damage. Then you just stack more explosive resistance. And then this ship would be good in a Minotaur space. But this ship would not do good in a bar space. Because it wouldn't be an armor tank. So I guess Caldari never goes to a bar? Does Galante never go to Minotaur? Yeah, Galante never goes to Minotaur. So they're allies. And they can't go to each other's place. So there's pretty much like so that's interesting then. That makes it more interesting. It's like if a Minotaur was not there, to protect that side from pirates coming in to destroy the Galate would be destroyed. And just like on the other side, if Galate was not there dealing with those pirates over there, those pirates would go over to Minotaur space and they would destroy the Minotaurs, right? And same with the Caldari, right? If Abar was not keeping tabs of their pirates over there, if they went over to a Caldari space, they would just destroy Caldari because they don't have any EM resistance, right? Just like Abar, if the Caldari wasn't over there, the Caldari pirates would go over there and destroy the Abar because the Abar doesn't have too much thermal and kinetic resistance because they're specialized in EM resistance. So they have the hole right there. They might be even weak to Minotaur. So Abar might be weak to everything except for stuff in their area. Abar might be weak to everything except for stuff in their area. 50%. I think all the ships do good. I think it's just maybe. Well, it just depends what their base stats is. Depends what their other stuff is. I guess this isn't even factoring in their damage type, right? Because you have to be able to do the correct damage type. So maybe there is ships that could go to different areas of space and do good, but I'm sure they would do best in a certain area of space. Like maybe they go to like one or two different types of areas of space and excel in those two areas, but if they go to the other two areas, then they're just crippled and they can't really do as good. Something like that. So what do we do at this point then? So we have all of our Glante ships. We have stuff in a Jeddah. We have to go pick up all the stuff at some point just to make it so this doesn't look like this. We have to organize inventory here. That's right. So what we can do is organize this, get everything started. And then I think by the end of it, we just want to try to pretty much keep all of our modules available for all the different ships. And then just like we said, maybe fit them out from scratch like the last episode, right? We'll go here, go through all the different ships for all the different factions, and try to fit them out, try different fits, and see all the different things about it. So what we need to do is buy like a container, right? Type station will come up, station container, right? Station containers here, station vault containers, or station warehouse containers. So I think we just bought the vaults, right? So these will hold 1 million. These will hold 10 million, right? And they don't cost too much. So how many do we need? Low, mid, high. Best industry. 4 or 5. Is that it? Do we just buy 6? So just buy 6 for now, right? We buy 6. We know there's at least 6. Oh, we have like blueprints, but I don't think there's going to be a blueprints folder here, right? Let's take these station containers, then we just assemble them, and then we could rename them, right? So these things are amazing if you want to organize everything, right? Instead of everything always being out here, and actually easy to go through complete missions, bring stuff over here, or do something, all your stuff will build up, and it'll be impossible to actually find everything. So just go here, right click, repackage everything, stack everything, and then we just have to rename these, right? Just right click, set name, high slots, and we just do the same things before, right? Rename, mid slots, and then high slots, mid slots, high slots, mid slots, low slots. That was like industry, right? So we just keep them pretty much the same as they are at the other places. Industry. There's like a blueprints tab. So we had a ammo tab, that's right. Ammo. We just throw ammo in here. There's like a bisc tab, right? Miscellaneous. There we go. They'll just do that, right? Stack everything if we need to. So let's just get these high slot items, right? There's a bunch of guns here. So we just take all the high slot items, throw it in the high slot folder. And then it's like the low slots, medium, and everything. So we do that, shift click to select everything. Then just go start selecting all the low slot items. Low slot items if we can find any. If we can find them, then drag them down here. So there's some more here. No, those are mid slots. So we throw these right mid, then just organize everything. High slots. So if we'll just pause it, we'll finish throwing everything in, organize this here, and then figure out what our next course of action is. Alright, so we got this all organized, right? We got everything in the ammo folder, the blueprints folder, the drones folder, high slots, industry, low slots, mid slots, and miscellaneous. So we just organize everything here, just so when we bring things over here, it just doesn't pile up, then it gets lost, then we get confused, then we can't find anything. So we did that. We got these ships here, right? Stack everything. Yeah, so there's all the different Glante ships we have so far. We probably have to go and get some more or something. So maybe let's just take this shuttle, maybe. Do we just go by a Minotaur shuttle? We're gonna be taking it back, right? I guess it doesn't matter what we take, because we're just going to be going there just to organize the inventory, and then we're just coming back. So we can just board the Mars Glante shuttle. We'll just board the Glante one if we're coming from the Glante station. Or actually, before we go there, right? Maybe Reds is 14 jumps away. Let's just, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Set destination, go to Reds, we'll go over there. We'll just go look at everything over there, clean that up quick. It'll take 14 jumps. Go check out stuff over there, and then we could just fly back here, go collect everything, put it back in the Glante main trading station, and then That's done. They have to figure out what to do after that, right? So we're just pretty much going around, organizing everything, doing little things. Doesn't really matter. We could just get everything done here, then move over there, or we could just go over there now, get that done, come back. It's just 15, 14 jumps. So it's just something easy to do, right? All we're doing is just jumping around, flying between stations, checking things out, looking to see what we got, buying different station containers, organizing everything. And then we might just go pick everything up around the Aglante area, move it there, and then move to the Jidam in trade hub, and then figure out what to do from there. So I think we have to like sell some ships up there. We got some Aglante ships up there. We can just get rid of them for now. And then should we go to the Amar place? Should we just go to the Amar place? Just so that we can set up the Amar station as well? Maybe that makes sense. Because we already have the Aglante standings, right? We already have the 3.0 Aglante standings. Bit of a tart, we could work on that. Amar, we haven't actually been to that area of space. So all we'd be doing up there is just setting up folders. Setting up folders unless we start the career agents up there. Which maybe we could, right? Maybe we could start the career agents up in the Amar place. Go over there, figure that out. Get that started. That'd be something different. Then we'd have like 4 main stations set up. So I guess there's a few things we could do, right? Right now, it's just flying around, organizing everything, planning out everything, figuring out what to do, learning about all the different ships, and learning about everything about it. So once we get these 4 trade hubs set up, we could like check prices on things, right? See see if it's worth maybe selling things in a different area. Maybe we could like transport things from one station to another station to sell it for a profit. Or if we're having trouble, right? Maybe we could, if we can't find anything over here, maybe we could bring it from another station over here and then sell it for more. So that'd be something to do, right? Look at the market, see what things are selling for, see if it makes sense to bring it out here, if we can sell it for more or something. Or if it's cheaper out here, right? Maybe we could buy stuff out here cheap, bring it over to the main trade hub, and then sell it over there for more expensive. So it's just a whole bunch of things that don't even require combat, right? So that's just like distribution and delivery and buying and selling and marketing and business and industrial by transporting everything and organizing everything and figuring out everything about the ships in the game. And then here we are. So actually, we could even talk about like the differences in the stations, right? How easier and how harder it is to get things in the different stations. Because if we look here at this station ball container, right? I think we just spent like 239k before. I think they're just 240,000 each, but in this station they're worth 1 billion. So if we were to be crafting station bulk containers, right? If we wanted to make these, maybe we'd want to make them in reds, because people would buy them. People barely buy them, right? 4 or 5. We wouldn't want to make them here because people don't even buy them. But when they do buy them, I guess they buy a bunch. Because we can check the price history, right? We can see how often do these sell. They don't sell over here. So I guess we wouldn't sell them here, right? People maybe just buy them to organize things. He just bought 10. I guess he doesn't mind paying 10 billion, right? So whoever's selling these here, they're barely selling them. But when they do, they make money. I guess the reason they barely sell is because the only reason that you need them is just for this one thing, right? You just get them for this one job, just to store things. Even the regular station container is like 500,000 or it's like 1 billion in this station. There's stuff in the system. Reds in the system. Isn't this Reds? Reds Blue 14 Bruder Tribe. Isn't this the main trade hub? Because this is supposed to be the main trade hub. There's the I Choose Market and Industry. It's a little bit cheaper over there, right? Station. I don't know. Is this? Because this should be the main trade hub, right? We don't like how there's never any music. So if you go to Plex, it should be at the station, right? Yeah, station. So it's a bit more expensive. I bet that it doesn't even really sell too much. It does sell a lot here. People do sell it. Maybe people just buy it here or something. 2917. 2917. Structure we're looking at, right? So if we got that figured out, we know that station containers, if we do want them, they're going to be expensive over here. And we're not going to be able to transport them, right? Because how much do they take up? 50,000 M3. Oh, that's for this one, right? Capacity 10 million. I guess it is. It's like a 50,000 M3 if you want to transfer it. And we don't have a ship that can transport 50,000 M3. It takes 10,000 M3. 10,000 M3. We don't have a ship that can transport that. So we pretty much have to buy him here if we want to buy him, right? We pretty much have to buy him from this guy. So we're going to have to buy him from this guy then, right? 96 million. Good thing that when we're running level 3 security missions, we get millions and bounties and rewards and loot and everything, right? So I think we need 8 of them, right? But we'll just buy 6. They're so expensive, right? $1 billion. $1 billion. Jeez. Alright. So we spent 6 million to buy that thing. So these things are ridiculously expensive here. So I think as we keep going through and looking, we'll find like other things that are expensive too. Which hopefully we'll be able to actually get everything here, right? So I think we're just going to assemble the containers, set up the names like they were before. I think we needed to buy another 2 more. So it might cost us like 8 million to set everything up. So we sit here, rename everything, and then throw everything in like we did. Alright, so we got all this set up, right? We got these folders set up at this station here. So this way when we come back, everything's just organized. Then we just have to search through here. And if we go through here and do missions and then bring a bunch of stuff here, then we just throw them in there. And we got our Minotaur ships here. So I guess we did that. So let's just go over here, right? Go back to the Dodixie place. So let's go there. Organize this place. Got those. These ships here, we can come back and look at them when we're starting to do the Minotaur stuff. So let's undock. Go fly. So now the music starts, right? The music's just like silence for some reason. Silence for some reason most of the time. So we did that. So I think once we get there, we'll go through, collect everything, get it all at the main trading hub. So we'll have to maybe fit out an industry ship. We'll have to fit out an industry ship to go pick out everything that's decently tanky. Try to collect everything, bring it to one station, just so that this is all cleaned up again. Alright, so we're back at the Glante station, right? So we need to try to create a transport ship here, so we can use the Diros. This is the Glante transport ship by the looks of it. So you get 6 of them from doing your career agent missions. So if we go to fitting, we can try to fit the ship, right? Usually we just put shields and everything on it, but I think this is a shield tank. But then what would you put in these slots, right? Oh, armor or shields. Equally capable at using either armor or shield defenses. Okay. So what would you even put on the mid slots to help a hauler, right? You're not going to be disrupting anybody. You're not going to be targeting anyone. Your capacitator's not going to be worried anything, right? Hull and armor repair? Maybe a hull repair or something? I'm not 100% sure, but then you have to activate it, right? Propulsion, scattering equipment, shields, turrets and launchers, drone upgrades. Nothing goes on here except for shields, right? So it says it could use shields or armor, right? So maybe we just do the same thing we usually do. So I think if we just go here. So it doesn't say it's a armor ship specifically, right? So if we just go to mid slots, or we go to low slots, right? Maybe we can find, oh, we don't have them. So we need to get inertial stabilizers, right? So we're going to have to fit out this ship here. So just go for low slots, search for propulsion, I believe, right? Propulsion, inertial stabilizers. These cost 400k, these cost 20k. I wonder if we should go with these ones. These will help us warp just a little tiny bit faster, right? Then it would bring up our ship value quite a bit, right? Like, what's the difference? It's like 1 second or something. Let's just simulate the ship here. So let's just check what this is, right? I guess we can just throw them on and then throw these on and then just disable them. So let's say that usually our line time 9.23. So that's actually pretty quick. Maybe the ship aligns faster than the Caldari industrial ship, right? So it's 9.23. This brings it down to 6.57. Or if we had these, 6.10. I guess we shouldn't skip on our ship, right? If this is our transport ship, we're going to pick up all of our things from everywhere. I guess we shouldn't skip out on it and cheap out on the ship, right? I think we should get some good modules. Probably the better, the better modules, the better. As long as we're not bringing our ship value up way too much. So we got that. Probably want the inertial stabilizers. Probably want damage control as well, right? So we still didn't get the Tech 2 one yet. So we actually threw a laboratory operation up at the top. So we just want to get that out of the way, right? So we threw that up there. If we when we log off, it'll be less than 3 days. And when we check tomorrow, it'll be less than 2 days, right? Then the next day, less than 1 day. And then the next day, we'll have it learned. And then that just opens up the extra research jobs. That's it. So we're getting that before we get the upgrades, right? Hull upgrades, EM resistance. These will give us extra modules like the Tech 2 damage control. So I think we can do with just the Tech 1 one right now, right? Let's get laboratory operation out of the way. And if we go to low slots, we can just throw some damage control up here, right? We can just have 1 damage control, I think. Then what did we put in these other slots here, right? So let's just go to medium slots. Medium. Usually put like a large shield extender. That would fit. Can we fit another one? We can't fit another one. Unless we put this power grid on the low slot, right? So we need to figure that out. So which is that? Engineering equipment. So I think it's the second one, right? The reactor control unit. Attributes. Oh no, it's the other one. Reactor control unit. It's the power diagnostic system. So we'll just get this one, right? It costs less and it's better, I think. Mark 1 compact diagnostic system. So we'll get this one. Oh, I guess it costs more. I guess it costs a bit more. So we'll just go with this one. If we need it, we can put it on, right? So let's engineer fit our ship. Mark compact. We'll just put the compact one, and then if we don't need it, maybe we can switch it out. So this increases our power grid, right? This increases our power grid and our shield amount and our shield regen, and maybe it allows us to put another large shield extender on. Oh no, it doesn't quite yet. Doesn't quite do that yet. So if we just put a medium shield extenders then, right? Go medium. Yeah, I guess we just put 3 mediums then, right? 3 medium shield extenders. Then we might not even need that, right? Maybe put something else there. So we got large, 1 large, 3 medium, multi-spectrum shield hardener. Then we have to figure out something else here. Alright, we're back. So we just have something happening. So let's just get a armor plate on here, baby, right? We're looking at this. This will give you like 1,000 armor. So let's just compare the armor plate to this reinforced bulkhead, right? So just get more of that, right? I'm not sure why people choose structures. It's just because it has more resistances or something. Because you get less hit points for it. We'll just go with that. Let's go with the 400mm plates, right? We go here, hover over it. Looks like it fits. Maybe we could go with the compact. If it's straight. Looks like they should be cheaper, right? Straight plates, compact plates. It's just like 0.02 seconds. So let's buy the compact ones, right? 249,000. That's alright. So we got that. I wonder if we should have bought the beta shield modules as well, right? We didn't think about that. So we got the 400mm plate. It fit on here. And this just increases our shield and shield regen. And let's just check to see if we can get the beta modules, them, right? Variations. So it looks like there's a restrained and a compact one. Do they just cost a lot more or something? So what's the price difference, right? The regular one costs 30,000. This one costs 1 billion. That would cost 1 billion just for a little bit of a boost, right? This will cost like 4 billion. So consider this will cost 4 billion, and this will cost 1 billion, and this will cost 30k. Let's just go with the medium shield extender, right? Do we have the requirements to use this yet? The second one day, 11 hours. So we could trade it to the Tech 2 shield module, right? That'd be something. So I guess the regular one works. I imagine this is the same thing, right? Large shield extenders like 95,000. The other ones, oh, it's different, right? This one's cheaper, 93,000. So we can upgrade the large one. It's just the medium is so expensive for some reason. So let's just do that then. So we could get a better large shield, maybe. It's just the medium ones cost 1 billion each or something. 1 billion, 1 billion. So this gives us more hit points, right? 3456, 3138, 3465. And this one's, what's the difference, right? What's the restrained one mean? Lower signature radius. Okay. So not sure if we need the, maybe we could use the compact one. We usually use it, right? 140k, 22k. So we'll get that then, right? The large one, we can buy the better one. We'll just get this one. We don't need this one. We'll get the restrained. It'll just cost like 80,000 to get this one. And it'll increase our shield further, right? 31, 38. Pretty much an extra 300 shields and maybe some extra HP regen, right? So we're sitting here trying to mid-max the ship. So I'll give it a bit more defense, right? Simulate ship, 22,000. So those things will cost like millions, extra millions. So what about this thing, right? Compact or the enduring. So unfit this one, right? So the enduring, it wouldn't matter because we would barely be using it, right? We'd only be using it when they get there. But it would give more resistances, right? It would give higher resistances. Oh, we have to do it over here. We can't simulate it like that. So we go to shields. Go to that thing we're trying to hover over. Multi-spectrum shield hardener. This thing. Yeah, it gives more resistances. It gives like 2% more resistances. This one costs 129,000, 122,000, and 97,000. So just get the compact one, because the enduring one, we're not going to use it. But this will just give us a little bit more resistances. And I think it's a little bit cheaper as well. So we got that. Replace that. This gives us a little bit more chance to survive if somebody does attack us, right? And then, do we need something else here? Wonder if we should replace this with something, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 6100. So I don't think we need that. But then what would we put on the bottom, right? It's reactive hardener. It wouldn't have like a chance to do anything. Do we just go like kinetic and thermal? Kinetic and thermal. We're going to be getting these rigs, right? We have to buy rigs as well for the ship. So let's buy rigs for it, right? Medium armor rigs. Want to buy kinetic and thermal probably, right? Want to get those resistances. So let's just buy kinetic armor reinforcer, right? I think usually people do kinetic damage here. Sort by price. I will buy this thing. Kinetic shield and thermal shield. We'll try that. Just to give us even more resistances. Just throw these up here. Kinetic, thermal, and then we have to figure out what to do from there, right? So we got those. Oh, we screwed up. We meant to get the shield ones, right? Armor rigs, shield rigs. The shield rigs are cheaper as well. Yeah, the shield rigs are so much cheaper. So I wonder if we should just get a thermal shield, right? Let's get a thermal shield rig. So I think we screwed up buying those, right? These things are cheaper. They're better, I think. The other armor ones are so expensive. But then maybe it like stacks with them or something. We got all those things. We just don't have too much hit points, right? Too many armor hit points. It's mostly shields. So I guess we screwed up with that thing. We'll just leave it like that. I guess generally we would have mostly just got shields. Mostly just got shield rigs. That would have saved us somebody. So we just have to figure out what goes on the bottom slot then, right? So we have to see. Should we put like something? Reactive armor hardener? That would cost like 1,000,000. I don't think it would react, right? Armor resistance coatings. Oh, maybe we could get armor resistance coatings, right? Energized armor resistance coatings. So what's the difference between like armor resistance coatings, layered armor coatings? I think this just increases your armor amount. Alright. So let's check this then, right? Armor resistance. And then the energized ones just have a higher requirements and they give a better resistance, is that thing? It's not gonna be too hard to like activate them, right? Explosive coatings. Let's actually just get the active one, right? Active one would give more resistance. So let's just go with explosive armor hardeners, right? If we get that. Enduring compact. So this is the cheapest one, right? That doesn't seem like it's too much of a difference. Let's get this just in case they do explosive damage, right? Some ships do explosive damage. So there we go. We found something to throw on here. That'll work, maybe. Explosive got all types of different resistances. Our ship's got like 25,000 EHP. I think it would have been more if we didn't get the armor rigs by mistake. Thermal and kinetic. Thermal. I guess that works. That works. That works then. 25,000. So that was the ship that we made, right? So we just made this ship. We accidentally got the armor rigs instead of the shield rigs, so it cost more than it should have. But we got this ship done. 25,000. We just have to activate those things. Has these so it can align and warp out faster. And it looks like it carries 2,835 stuff. So it looks like we're going to have to go. I don't think any of these reduce the amount it can carry, right? I don't think so. 2830. The rigs don't do anything. Alright. So we got this ship. We fit this one out. What we're going to do is go over here. Right? Go to assets. Go to these places. Probably just going to go like add waypoint. Add waypoint. Then as we do it, it would just keep adding them, right? Add waypoint. Then add waypoint here. Then add waypoint here. Then just add a waypoint over here. And then add a waypoint back to Do-Dixie, right? So now we got our pass set. We got our pass set to go pick up everything from these stations. And then we got a pass set to come drop it off back on this station. So it's going to be 13 jumps. So it looks like it should be pretty safe all the way through, right? Got our ship. Got some inventory space. We're going to go pick up things. And go try to organize all of this mess. So we're going to... should we just pause the video, right? This video is just us organizing, making this ship, cleaning up everything. And when we return, maybe all that'll be done. So all you have to do is just fly around these places, right? Maybe we can activate these things so nobody attacks us. Then we have the instant dock set up. So we have the instant dock, right? So when we come back here with our stuff, all we do is locations, the dock's the instant dock, go dock up, and then just bash the D button, just like we did at the Jitta trade hub, right? So this thing's just one jump away, right? Let's go to the first jump. We'll go to the first jump, pick up the inventory, then be like, this is what we're doing. Then maybe we'll return when we're going back to the main trading hub. Because I guess that's where all the scary part is, right? You collected everything. Now you have to bring it to the trade hub. That's when people might be looking to blow up your ship, right? Alright, so we just got here, right? So just like we did in the Caldari space, right? Went through the Caldari space, picked up all the stuff from our security agent missions, brought it there. Just go to our item hanger. There's going to be a bunch of random stuff here, right? We could stack it all. And we just picked up like 8.5 million of stuff, right? So we just go to all these stations, pick up everything that we looted, and see how much we get. Then just bring it back. So I guess it's going to be a bit, right? It's going to be 12 jumps. It's going to be 12 jumps, so it's going to take a while. So there we go. We'll just dock up. Maybe if someone starts shooting us for some reason, I don't know if they would. They might actually see us, right? They could scan our ship, see that we have all this stuff. And as we keep going to collect more things, we're going to be getting more and more stuff for inventory, making us a better and better target to destroy so that they can get our items from us, right? Alright, so we're just about to come to the trade hub, right? So it's just one jump away. Here's the Dixie Stargate, right? So here's the entrance to the place of the trade hub. And then once you actually get there, we just have to dock up at the trade hub. So no one's waiting here, right? This place, it's a lot quieter than Jitta, right? It's a lot quieter. There's not nearly as many people here. There's only 4 people local, right? There's only 4 people local here. So it's nice, a quieter place to do other stuff. There's 104 people here, but that's just because it's the main trade hub. So we don't want to dock like that. We want to right-click locations, instant dock at the trade hub, right? Then we click here, and then when we get there, we just hit dock up. So you have $25 million of stuff that we gathered. So it didn't actually take too long, right? We went through all those places, we picked up everything. Now we're bringing it back to the Galante trade hub. Yeah, we went, picked it up, brought it back to the Galante trade hub. Come here, it's the dock. No one's really waiting here, right? Maybe the Caracal or the Ibicus would try to blow us up or something. For as long as we do that, we should dock up instantly. Then if they were trying to kill us, they wouldn't have a chance. They wouldn't have time to do it. So there we go. Right, we got our inventory here. We cleaned up our inventory. So it's just select everything. Select everything. Why does it let me select everything? You have to select it out here, right? Select everything. Drag everything in here. And there we go. So we just transferred $25 million of stuff over here. So what we have to do now is just organize this, right? So I think we just go here. We keep those assembled. Go down here. I think repackage a few things. Let's see if we can stack anything. And then we just have to organize everything here, right? So we'll just do the same thing. We'll just throw all the mid slots to the mid slot folder, and then eventually all this will be organized. We get random modules just from killing enemies. Killing enemies gives us all these enduring modules, all these compact modules, right? All these beta modules that we've been buying just drops from enemies. So we just go through, like, kill enemies, kill them, they drop these, and we can loot them, farm them. So if we, like, can't find something here, maybe we killed an enemy and we got it off of them, right? So we just sit here, throw ammunition in the ammo tab, and then, like, industry, right? And then just, what is this? Miscellaneous? Miscellaneous tab, drones. So you find a bunch of drones as well out there in the level 3 security missions. So like low slots. So we'll just finish cleaning this up, right? It's just going through here, dragging everything into the right spot, and then the inventory's cleaned up over here. Alright, so we got everything organized here, right? Everything's in the right folder that it's supposed to be in. So we got that, we organized that thing, we created a transport ship in this area, and now we can figure out some other things to do, right? So it's just Galate ships, that's just this venture over here. So maybe we could take this a bar, right? Just board a shuttle, leave these things here, leave these things here. We accidentally left YouTube on there for a sec, right? That's why there was some background noise. So should we just go to the bar place, right? If we go to trade hubs, a bar, set destination, take 34 jumps. And if we do a short route, it's 14 jumps. We have to go through all those things, all those low security things. For the shorter route, 34 jumps. 34 jumps. So I wonder if we should go to the Caldari place first? Or should we just go out there, right? It's going to be 34 jumps. Or we go through low security. Should we risk and try going through low security, right? Because that's a whole bunch of different low security jumps, right? 34 jumps. Let's just go to the Caldari place, right? I think that the Caldari place was on the way there. And I think there was less low security jumps. I think there was just like one low security jump over there. So just go to Jeddah, right? Go to the Jeddah at the main trade hub. So you still have everything just in our 4 trade hubs here, right? We organized everything, picked everything up from our security missions. Now this thing's clean. We just got stuff in Jeddah. Let's set that station. So we can go to Jeddah in 12 jumps, right? We could save 3 jumps if we want. So let's just go with this ship, right? Everything's organized. We got our ships here. Same with the Minotaur place. We put that Tristan up so that we can go look at it. Then we can fit it out later, right? So I think we'll do that because the server shuts down in like 48 minutes. So it's gonna be a new day in about 48 minutes here. So it's gonna be 15 jumps. We'll go to the Caldari space. And then I think we'll just check the Amar place, right? Check to see how do we get to the Amar place. Because I'm pretty sure there was less low security jumps over there, right? Maybe we could actually just board a shuttle, go to the Amar space, go over to that place, set things up over there, and then start the career agents to maybe get some of their ships. That means we'd have to trade into some of their skills, right? Which are trade laboratory operations, so we want to get that done and out of the way. But besides that, we're going to have to figure out how to get the Abar destroyer, right? Unless we fly it there, the transport ship. Which I guess it wasn't too bad flying the transport ship. Because by the time we got the Minotaur frigate, we didn't even finish learning how to fly the Minotaur destroyer, that's right. So we pretty much transported normally, right? Because if we just keep throwing things like up on top there, right? If we had the Abar frigate, then if we just threw that to get the Abar destroyer, and if we just threw this, like that's basically done just because we trained it. But that'd be like 8.5 hours. 8.5 hours that isn't put towards a laboratory operation. So I think we'll do that, right? While this is trading, this will give us lots of time to go to the places, set up places. We already have a few factions unlocked anyways, right? We already have everything. Wonder if we'll get that. I don't think we'll. Oh, I think we're literally just gonna leave a laboratory operation up at the top and just let it trade, right? Once that's trade, we permanently have more research slots, and then we can permanently just earn more passive income, or just passively research more blueprints. So by the time we're actually getting into industry, we'll have more blueprints researched by then, right? So I don't think we did any combat skills, right? We were looking at energy upgrades, maybe all upgrades, maybe Minotaur frigate, maybe getting the other weapons and stuff. But besides that, right? I don't think anything's really too important at this moment. So laboratory operation 5 it is. So we'll come back when we dock up at Jeddah, maybe, right? We'll dock up at Jeddah and then see what we're going to do when we arrive there. See what happens when we arrive at Jeddah, the main trade hub. Alright, so we're still working our way there, but we're going to need some skills, right? If we go to the gunnery tab, we're gonna need a energy turret, right? Small energy turret. So we're actually gonna have to trade this. So something we're gonna do is when we get over to the MR, we're gonna start the career agents, and this will just allow us to use their weapons, right? Just so we can at least equip them on the ship. Maybe same with a small projectile turret. Maybe we'll throw this at the top just so we could use the Minotaur weapons when we go over there. So we could just use the small ones, that's alright. And then the spaceship command, right? I guess we have everything, right? Minotaur destroyer, we could learn that. Oh, Minotaur frigates on the bottom here, that's right. So I wonder if we do want laboratory operation. Wonder if we should still just throw like a few random things up here, right? Like, should we just get this out of the way? But that's just gonna add another almost 9.5 hours. 9.5 hours. But it does give us new modules, right? Cap Recharger 2. But if we're just focusing on flying like frigates and destroyers mostly, if we're mostly just flying frigates, mostly just flying frigates, I guess, for the beginning. If we're flying frigates and destroyers and stuff, we don't need them. They would help out though, right? And if we're trying to keep our cost low when we're going out there, right? If we're trying to keep our ship value low, so if we lose it, we don't really care about it so much. We just want to be using low tier modules anyways. So we'll get that. We'll just unlock the weapons for the two races, so when we go to fit the ship, so we can at least put them on. That if there's anything else we think about, right, we can add them. I wonder if we should just, I don't know, we'll think about it. We can spend skill points if we want to learn it, right? We got 27,000 skill points. Or we could save them, right? So we'll just do that. We'll just do that. Unlock the energy turret. Unlock the projectile turret. And then we have to think about the other thing, right? So let's just dock. We always just go to instant dock for some reason. I guess there's no reason to, right? We're just flying the shuttle. No one's going to attack us in a shuttle. If they do, they're just doing a random shot, hoping that we had some blueprints in us or something, right? The only reason they'd kill us is if they just did a random shot and they just were checking to see if we had blueprints. That's it. So now we're at the station, right? Who's at the... there we go. It's the go dock up, right? We're like 1,000 away from the station. Somebody got blown up, right? No, don't do that. Get dock up at the station. Or dock up. Someone got blown up out there. Did you see that? There was an explosion. Someone got blown up. Someone just lost their life out there. Some ship got destroyed. Luckily it wasn't our ship, right? So let's check this out, right? If you go to... How do we go to the Amara trade hub, right? It's over here. Hopefully that's the right one. So let's just set this. Prefer a shorter route. So it says actually 11 jumps. And we just have to go through one low security jump, right? And then we're safety. So Amara's actually not too bad to get to then. Amara's just 11 jumps away, that's it. So we did that thing here, right? We got everything here. I guess we have some stuff to organize here again later, right? We just got a bunch of things. So with that, we can even use the ships that we get from the career agent missions over there, right? So I think we'll do that. Maybe we'll end this video. And then maybe we should just start the other one where we go over there, right? Because that's going to be interesting, right? Our first time going into a low security space. Could get destroyed out there, right?